I've been asked the following question a lot lately. What is the first thing I should work on when trying to improve my voice? Now, if you've been following this channel at all, you've probably noticed that I harp on support, correct support, as a foundational aspect of singing. If you don't have your support down, you really can't do anything correctly. But that's not the first thing I think that you should work on. I do think that you need to have a solid foundation of support, and I'm not going to cover support in this video, but I do have a free course that if you click the link below, you'll be able to truly dial in your support, your breath support. You'll also be able to learn a lot more about the foundational aspects of singing to help you get started. So if support, though, isn't the first thing that I think you should work on, what is it? The first thing that you should work on, and let other foundational things come in and around this first thing, is be comfortable with using your two primary resonances. Start experimenting with using your chest voice and your head voice creatively. As you're working with getting comfortable moving between your chest resonance and your head resonance, you're going to notice that there's going to be this necessity of, I got to figure out how to support this. But I think if we start with support as this thing without really understanding how our voice feels just to phonate in regular speech resonance and then head resonance, and then understanding how to use those in a pitch or singing context, then we don't understand the challenges that dialing in support will bring. So what I mean is this: if we just focus on support, right? Okay, I'm supporting. Well, what am I supporting? Why do I need to support? What does support feel like when I'm singing high? What does support feel like when I'm singing low? You can't fully understand that until you've experimented with your voice. And if you just stay in regular speech, if you just stay in chest all the time, you don't have as much of a concept for the need for proper support. So that's why I think that before we even do any of that, we need to experiment with our different resonances. We need to experiment with our chest. We need to experiment with our head. What is the first way to do this? I think the first way to do this is not working with scales. The first and best way to work on this for me is get a musical context in my head and play with it. Come up with some lyrics or sing a small phrase, whatever you want to do, but be intentional about traveling around in your range. You're going to learn so much just by, I'm singing in my head resonance and trying to discover what I can actually do there. And there's no right or wrong answer here either. And I'm going to spend some time there, and then I'm going to spend time down here. And then I'm going to try to go from head to chest, chest to head, and go slowly, go quickly, all the while being very introspective with how things are starting to feel. We don't want to get to a point where we start judging our voice. I sound terrible right here. I just can't sing in falsetto. I just can't sing in head voice. My chest voice sounds so weak. Don't judge yourself when you're doing this initial exercise. Instead, be free, be unjudging, and let yourself fly with it. Let yourself go with it. So if you can't think of a phrase, here's the phrase: wait for me and I'll wait for you. That's it. Wait for me and I'll wait for you. Now, I'm saying that all in chest resonance right now, but I'm going to expand that. Wait for me, and I'll wait for you. Wait for me, and I'll wait for you. I start to have a bit of a conversation with myself, and I've done other videos on this idea as well. But we're intentional about separating our resonances here and learning how things feel over the context of a simple phrase. Wait for me, and I'll wait for you. 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 Let yourself break, let yourself crack. That's okay. Wait for me, and I'll wait for you. 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 Even though waiting is so hard to do, wait for me, and I'll wait for you. You see, I'm focusing on honing in on my different resonances without the pressure of singing particular pitches. I'm letting expressiveness and I'm letting character come out in this discovery before I'm thinking about, I gotta hit this note, I gotta do a certain thing. This is where you should start when you are trying to improve your singing. This is where so many other vocalists that we like started. They started by just being a ham. And if you start with that, but with this special focus on using both of your resonances, you're going to unlock your voice in a way you never thought possible. So I'm going to demonstrate this over the track that you heard at the beginning, and I'm going to take it from simple speaking to just ideas that come through from experimenting and introspection. My ideas are going to be different than your ideas. The way that my voice feels and the way that I approach my voice is going to be different than the way you approach your voice. That's great. Unlock it. Discover what your voice can do. So let's go to the track. And one more time, if you want more help discovering what your voice can do, unlocking your voice, certainly by getting the foundations of support down, but if you also want to take your voice to a whole other level, be sure to click the link below and join my free vocal course. All right, let's do some singing. Head resonance. Yeah, chest resonance. Yeah, whatever comes out. Wait for me. Wait for me, and I'll wait for you. Yeah, wait for me and I'll wait for you. Even though waiting is so hard to do. Let's keep it going. Yeah, just what pitches work. Could be here, doesn't matter. Wait for me and I'll wait for you. Even though waiting is so hard to do, longing for me and I long for you. Wait, wait. Wait for me, wait for me, wait for me and I'll wait, yeah. Wait for me and I'll wait for you, yeah. Even though waiting is so hard to do, longing for me and I'm longing for you. I'll wait. What kinds of things can I be doing with my voice that help me get familiar with the transition between my two different resonances? I really can't stress how cool this is when you figure this out and when you do this on a foundational and early level in your singing. So many singers get trapped in this idea that they only have this certain little range and that they only sing in chest resonance, and the head resonance, falsetto, whatever, is sort of off limits. It's not usable. Don't make it so. Wait, no wrong answers, no. Wait for me and I'll wait for you, even though waiting is so hard. I'm longing for you and you're ready for me. Wait. Yeah. Wait for me and I'll wait for you, even though waiting is so hard to do. You're longing for me, I'm waiting for you, so let's wait. Let's get more free with it. Yeah. Wait for me. Wait. Let's play with the break. Let's play with the break. Playing with the chest voice and breaking to the head voice. Yeah. Low. So, though this might be an unexpected first step that I'm recommending, I guarantee you that if you are beginning your journey to wanting to improve your voice, experimenting with your head and your chest resonances and becoming more familiar with how they work together in your voice is going to be the place that you want to start. Thanks for your questions. Thanks for your comments and recommendations. That's how this video got made. Be sure to let me know what other videos you'd like me to make in the comments below. We'll see you for more.